Hello dear students, welcome back to e-classes of PNMC High School Standard 12 Commerce subject Statistics. Today we will continue with the same exercise, that is exercise 3. Let's solve question number 10. The monthly production of units in a factory is normally distributed with mean mu and standard deviation sigma. The Z score corresponding to the production of 2400 units and 1800 units are 1 and minus zero point -0.5 respectively. Find its mean and standard deviation. Now let's solve this question. Here mean we are taking as mu and standard deviation is sigma. The two values of x are given as 2400 and 1800. So this is x1 and x2. 1 and minus 0.5 are the z scores. So 1 will be z1 and minus 0.5 will be z2. So what we can write down? Z1 equal to x1 minus mu upon st. Let's substitute the values. Z1 is 1, x1 is 2400. So we will have 1 equal to 2400 minus mu upon st. Take sd on the left side. So you will have 1 into st, that is sigma, is equal to 2400 minus mu. So this will be your first equation. Z2 is equal to x2 minus mu upon sigma. Z2 we are having minus 0.5. X2 we are having 1800. So we will have minus 0.5 equal to 1800 minus mu upon sigma. Cross multiply sigma on the left side. So we will have minus 0.5 sigma equal to 1800 minus mu. This is second equation. Now let us solve this. Sigma is equal to 2400 minus mu, that is the first equation. Minus 0.5 sigma is equal to 1800 minus mu, that is the second equation. Now let's subtract the two equations. So we will have the sign change over here. Minus 0.5 will be plus. Here it will be having minus and this last one will be plus. So minus mu plus mu will get cancelled. 2400 minus 1800 will give us 600 and sigma plus 0.5 sigma will give us 1.5 sigma and that too plus. So plus 1.5 sigma we will have. Take 1.5 in the denominator. So we will have sigma equal to 600 upon 1.5. So sigma, that is SD, will be 400. Now let us substitute sigma equal to 400 in the first equation. So we will have 400 is equal to 2400 minus mu. Take mu on the left side. So you will have mu is equal to 2400 minus 400. Now 2400 minus 400 is 2000. So mean will be 2000. So our answer is mean is 2000 and standard deviation is 400. Let's solve another question, that is question number 3 of section E. The average monthly expense of students residing in university hostel is 2000 rupees and its standard deviation is rupees 500. If the monthly expense of a student follows normal distribution, then first find percentage of students having expense between rupees 750 and 1250. Second, find percentage of students having expense more than 1800 and find the percentage of students having expense less than 2400. Now let's solve it. Here mean is 2000, so mu is 2000. SD is 200, so sigma will be 200. Now we have to find the probability of expense between rupees 750 and 1250. So x1 will be 750, x2 will be 1250. So we have to find the probability of 750 less than equal to x less than equal to 1250. Let us convert it into z score. So z1 will be 750 minus 2000 upon 500, because what will be the formula? X1 minus mu upon sigma, that is less than equal to z, that is less than equal to x2 minus mu by sd. x2 is 1250 minus 2000 upon 500. So when we solve this, 750 minus 2000 upon 500, it will be minus 2.5. 1250 minus 2000 divided by 500 will be minus 1.5. So we have to find the probability minus 2.5 less than equal to z less than equal to minus 1.5. Now let's draw the graph. The central value will be z equal to 0. Both values are negative, so minus 1.5 will be the first value and the second value is minus 2.5. Now we have to find the area between the standard normal curve between the points minus 1.5 to minus 2.5. So what we have to do, in the z table we have area from z equal to 0 to z equal to 2.5, and we have the area from z equal to 0 to z equal to minus 1.5. So what we will do, we will first find the area from 0 to minus 2.5, then we will find area from 0 to minus 1.5, and then we'll subtract. So the answer will be probability of 0 to 2.5 minus probability of 0 less than equal to z less than equal to 1.5. Area is 0.4938 for 2.5 and for 1.5 it is 0.4332. This we can find from the z table. When we subtract, we have 0.0606. Since the percentage is required for the students having expense between rupees 750 to 1250, we will multiply this by 100. So we will get 100 into 0.0606, and when we multiply, the answer will be 6.06%. Let's solve the second part. Probability of student having expense more than 1800. So our x value is 1800. Let's put in the formula x minus mu by sd. So it will be 1800 minus 2000 upon 500. So probability we have to find for z greater than minus 0.4, because 1800 minus 2000 upon 500 is 0.4, minus 0.4. Now you know the central value is z equal to 0, minus 0.4 will be on the left side. Now we have to find the area from minus 0.4 to the right. That means this whole area we need. Now you know that this much area from 0 to the extreme is 0.5. So what we have to do? We have to find the area from z equal to 0 to z equal to 0.4, and then we have to add 0.5 to it. Area from 0 to 0.4 is 0.1554 plus 0.5. So the answer will be 0.6554. Again the percentage is required, so multiply by 100. So when we multiply 100 into 0.6554, our answer will be 65.54%. Now let's solve the third case. The probability of students having monthly expense more than 2400. More than 2400 means x is 2400. So let's find the value x minus mu upon st. So we will have 2400 minus 2000 upon 500. So value will be probability of Z less than equal to 0.8. 0.8 is positive. Central value is Z equal to 0. On the right hand side we will have 0.8 and we want the probability for Z less than equal to 0.8. So that means this whole area we are supposed to find. Now again you know, from central to the extreme towards left, this whole area is 0.5. So we have to find the area from 0 to 0.8 and add it to 0.5. So the answer will be probability of 0 less than equal to Z less than equal to 0.8 plus 0.5 we can do. So it will be 0.2881 plus 0.5 and the final value will be 0.7881. Again the percentage is required, so multiply by 100. So the answer will be 78.81%. I hope you must have understood the two sums. Solve it. In the next session, we'll continue with the same type of sums. Thank you.